to your angel comfort reading for the week beginning the 26th of November 2018. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel if you like my readings, and hopefully they are resonating with you. It seems to be a similar pattern running through each week. We're sort of on a process here which I'll explain if you've watched the first reading back in the beginning of November. Okay, so let's get started. So previously we talked about taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself, and here it is again. Making you more attractive to others. Dietary change. Okay, dietary change. So improve your diet and your life will also improve. You know how you feel good about yourself if you lose a couple of pounds or if you just get a little bit more sleep? So the dietary change could be maybe you've got food allergies and you're still having those foods even though they're upsetting your system, so they're making you feel sluggish. So whilst you might not lose any weight, you might as a bonus because you're suffering from inflammation, but these dietary changes can actually make you feel so much better. And when you're so much better, you're actually more in tune with yourself, you're in tune with the universe, you're more intuitive, you know, you feel more confident about yourself, you have more energy, you radiate more energy, your aura is bigger, you attract the right people and the right things to you. So maybe it's as simple as a dietary change. Maybe you just need to go off milk. Maybe you need to go off cow's milk and go on to almond milk. Maybe you need to, go vegetarian for a little while. Maybe eggs are your problem. Maybe it's wheat. Maybe you need to go gluten-free for a little while. Quite often if wheat's in something, then gluten's in it, but doesn't necessarily mean you're trying to be gluten-free, you're trying to be wheat-free. But all these things, so cow's milk, sugar, that's a nasty one. So maybe you need to stop the donuts or the lollies, as much as we all like them. Take a break from them, give your body a rest, and you'll feel much, much better. And it also will help you, your spiritual side, especially if any angels or fairies, ascended masters, anybody's trying to talk to you or send you messages, you're more open to them if your body is clean and your aura is clean. All right, so next card, spring. So previously we talked about possibly someone coming into your life and changes to be made. And basically what this card says is that things will be fully manifested by spring. So I know it's spring in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment. In the Southern Hemisphere, we're actually in spring. What are we in? Spring now. So it's autumn over there, beg your pardon. So it's autumn in the Northern Hemisphere, spring in the Southern Hemisphere. We're about to move into summer. So for those of you that are working on something or waiting on something or trying to manifest something, spring is the time that it will happen. So that could be spring in the Southern Hemisphere. I know we're in it now, but it could actually be the next spring or in the next few weeks, because we're still in spring till the end of November, okay? So if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, it could appear much sooner. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, well then it's spring, which is spring next year. Okay, so the next card is sun, as in someone's child sun, not as in the radiant heavenly body. Okay, so this says your son is watched over and protected as he explores the world. You may not have a son. You could have a pet that you love like a son. It could be someone else's son. Maybe someone else's son needs help. Maybe you will get an introduction to someone's son. Maybe you will get introduced to somebody by somebody else's son. You'll meet someone, this is my son, and he'll be a friend of somebody who'll introduce you to somebody that could be that someone for you. So keep an eye out, okay, for somebody's son. And it doesn't mean that they have to be little. In this card, he's a little tacker, but actually could be someone much bigger. And it's interesting, he's out in nature as well. So maybe it's something to do with nature or someone who works outdoors. Could even be a gardener. You never know. Okay, so back to dietary change. So dietary change and we're talking about lifestyle change as well. Yoga. Don't underestimate the power of yoga. I know a lot of people go, oh, yoga, but don't knock it till you've tried it, okay? And even when you try it, yoga actually builds incredible strength in your body, and it also, the breathing is so good for you. Oxygenates your body and your brain, so you're much clearer. Helps to detoxify your body, and you feel better about yourself. It also improves your flexibility. So just that movement and that motion, and that then brings us back to, we're more attractive when we feel good about ourselves. So we make the dietary change, we do the yoga, and voila, we are beautiful again, and everybody loves us. Not that you weren't beautiful before, but you're more beautiful, okay? So next card is stay focused. So maintain your focus. We talked about in previous weeks, if you were going to start a course or something like that, keep your eye on the prize, whether that is the dietary change, because I know sometimes it's hard if people are passing around birthday cake or cookies or, you know, lollies around the office, or candy or sweets, I think you call them in the US, then it's hard to say no sometimes. But just remember why you're doing it, so you feel better about yourself, because those same people are probably going to, you know, say something to you like, wow, you look amazing. Have you, you know, you lost weight or whatever? And you might not even have lost weight. It's just that you've cleaned out your body a little bit, so your body feels better for less rubbish. So off the processed stuff, stay focused on what you want to achieve, because that helps to bring your manifestations to you, particularly, you know, with love, because you feel good about yourself and you're confident again, and you look good. Okay, so trust that it's all going to turn out, because it does, and it will, because you're doing the work. You're putting the effort in. You are taking care of you, and that is super duper attractive. All right, so the next card is teaching and learning. Teaching and learning. Look at that, how beautiful that card is. What an amazing card. Anyway, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So maybe you could drag your friends to yoga with you, or you could encourage them to change their diet, or to go on a diet with you, so you can, someone to help keep you motivated. Especially the person that's your wing person, you know, your wing chick or your wing man when you go out. They could be the one who, you know, you can pass this information on to them. So as you learn more about your body and more about the things that you're putting in, and you start feeling better, and then feel the benefits of what they do, especially some supplements and things like that, you can pass this information on. And it's okay to teach these ideas to others. You know, of course, make sure it's all factual. I mean, yes, there is a lot of information on the internet, and we do need to be discerning occasionally. But these days, there's less rubbish. Check your sites and check your sources, of course. But most information that's on there is well-founded and well-based. It's been scientifically studied. There've been trials and that sort of thing. Okay, so next card is overcoming difficulties. So overcoming difficulties, the worst is now behind you. This is Archangel Jeremiah, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So again, you've done the work. You've done the work, and so now life starts moving forward. When you put the effort in and do the work, life moves forward. And remember, when we're talking about yoga and dietary change, yoga is something that you want to maintain forever, and dietary change as well. You know, try the 70-30 rule. So, you know, be good 70% of the time, and maybe that 30% you can misbehave and have the odd piece of cake or the odd glass of wine, that sort of thing. But here, you're overcoming the difficulties because you've done the work, okay? And you put the effort in, you get the results. So that brings me to our next card, which is a very interesting card, okay? For an indigo. So the indigo could be you. You could be an indigo child. It could be the person you're going to meet. It could be this sun. So the son of someone. So indigos are highly sensitive. They're natural born leaders. They are old souls. They're really perceptive, intelligent, intuitive. They want to change the world. They're drawn to spirituality. And quite often indigos are misdiagnosed with ADHD because they have all this energy and all this, they're free thinkers and they just want to get out and do things and change the world. And anyway, so this person that you're going to meet could very well be, or that you have met, or that is you, or it's someone you know, is an indigo. Okay, so there's someone to look out for. These people, as I said before, they do want to change the world. And especially, like, it could be through spirituality, it could be through invention, you know, technology or something like that. It could just be through writing a book about love, who knows. That will change the way people think. So this is the sort of person that the indigo is. So if it's not you, it's someone you know or someone you will meet, okay? Or could very well be your partner, your new partner, because there are, I believe, multiple generations of indigos. All right, so the next card, this one popped out, so I thought we should talk about this one. Okay, cut your cords. This one's Archangel Michael. So clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So that, if you call in Archangel Michael, if you're seated upright, so your back's not on anything, ask him to cut all unnecessary cords and ties which release you from any fears, past fears, anything you might be ashamed of in the past, so you can now move forward and you're overcoming difficulties. Okay, but if you still think there are some attachments there, if you're worried, you're afraid to move forward, you know, if you then ask for those cords to be cut and do it regularly, because regularly that will help keep you free, especially if you've been through some bad times, bad relationships and things like that, and you're carrying a lot of baggage. This is what you need to do. Ask Archangel Michael to cut your cords and also shield yourself, which I'm guessing that'll probably come up in the next reading. All right, so moving on. This is the trust card. We had trust last week. Trust your decisions. So if you're meeting someone and all these changes and things like that, just trust them, move forward. This is how you're going to move forward. You've got to trust that things are going to unfold, and that we've got trust twice this week. So we got those two trusts. Last week we had 2 letting goes, okay? So they're telling you to trust. Right, the next card that popped out for me was this one, or for you, actually, the achievement card, okay? You'll be surprised where your dreams will lead you and what you can achieve. So, back here to the dietary changes and the yoga, you know, and staying focused. You'd be surprised what you can achieve when you put your mind to it, right? Teaching and learning as well, you know, and that could lead you in a new direction as well, especially learning things from this could very well lead you in a new direction, lead you to this person, lead you to this person, and lead you to trust yourself. All right, and the very last card, I've got one of the treasures from Takashi Cards, okay? And interestingly enough, this card is treasure. That's right up there with achievement. So we've got achievement and treasure. They go hand in hand. Okay, so this says this is the treasure card. Your life has purpose and meaning that you can value and treasure. It's time to acknowledge your dreams, listen to your heart and discover what you really want. Last week's reading, what you really want to do. Be prepared to do what it takes to follow your heart and you will find your treasure. Okay, so we talked about that last week. Be prepared to do what you really want. So what is it that you want to achieve with your life purpose? So if it's just love that you want to achieve, yes, you still have to do the work. You may have baggage from other relationships. If it's a total life change, so you want a new career, that will open everything up, Yes, you still have to do the work, but you've got to make the decision. Make the decision to decide where is it that I'm going to go and what is it that I want to do, exactly what makes my heart sing. What makes my heart sing? So remember, you are amazing, you are capable, you are loving, you are lovable, and you are the best. Don't ever forget that, guys. Okay, so that's the reading for this week. Remember to like, share and subscribe. If you want a reading, go to angelcomfortreadings.com, and I'll see all you lovely people next week. Bye for now. Sending you much love. Bye.